How you guys doing tonight? What's going on? Tonight I want to talk about the Tampa Bay Buccaneers head coach, Bruce Arians. He raised a few eyebrows in a comment that he made about the recent protest of George Floyd and Jacob Blake. And there was a couple of responses, but I am going to read his quotes. He states, and I quote, "Your responsibility is to take action. I don't know that protest is an action. I think each guy has a personal thing. I would beg them to take action, find a cause, and either support it financially or do something to change the situation. Because protesting doesn't do crap, in my opinion. I've been seeing it since 1968. End quote. So, in response, the executive director of the NFLPA, DeMar Smith, he comes back in response. Everyone is entitled to their opinion, but it is clear he is woefully misinformed about the history of protests both within sports and in America, for starters. So, of course, he pointed down towards the late John Lewis, who died in July this year, of his picture when he was young and a picture of him when he's older. So once again, this is in response of Bruce Arians tells his players to take action, and he felt like protesting doesn't do crap. So let's go ahead and talk about it. So let's do the math here, since he's been seeing it since 1968, right? It's 2020. 52 years have passed since he said he'd been seeing it since 1968. I'm going to have to agree with Mr. Bruce Arians, and I'm a so-called black man. All I've been hearing with my young life, I'm not even 50 yet, but I've been here for a long, long time about civil rights movements and so-called equality, and I have yet to see anyone being oppressed. All we talk about is slavery, slavery, slavery. Protest, protest, protest. Your rights, your rights, your rights are been taken away from whites. And you are a so-called black man. You should be afraid to even walk out the door because the police is hunting you down like animals. They've been saying this stuff since 1968 during the civil rights movements. And here we are. So once again, of course, other black men are going to take aim to it and get offended and say that's not true. And what they would like to always do, they like to point at old school pioneers who talk about social injustice in their times and including today's times. But no one seems to ask, what is the solution? What is your goal, and what is your gain, and what are you trying to do? What are you trying? What is your cause? So you talk about injustice. How have you been supported financially? Have you supported it financially? Have you done anything to change the situation? Since we've been protesting since the 60s, What has changed? All I see is the old vanguards who keep talking about the same thing, still talking about the same thing. But they have nice suits. They live in nice homes in predominantly white areas. So all I see is a bunch of race baiting, guilt tripping white people in doing things that they have nothing to do with. You have millionaire athletes. You have athletes who go to college for free and play on these Division I schools. And they go to these leagues. They make millions and millions of dollars. They have a humongous platform. They get supported by a lot of liberal media and sports stations like ESPN, Fox. A lot of these things are still going on. Athletes today are millionaires now. So once again, I don't see what the issue is. Now, if there is a real problem in Black America is poverty, which I have made a video about poverty. There is a big problem with poverty because blacks refuse to get off of the breast of the government. So once again, this is where we are. So yes, we talk about the old school vanguards who still protest, and then you ask for solutions, you really don't hear it. No laws have been signed about police brutality. No bill of Congress. No bill has been signed by, when I was coming up, by Ford, Carter, Reagan, Bush, Clinton, Bush, Obama, Trump. I have yet to see any bill being signed by any president about so-called police brutality. I haven't seen it, haven't heard it. So, once again, man, it seems like this society likes to guilt trip white people, and white people just don't say a word about it. But my man, Bruce Arians, just stated truthfully. Either you find the cause, support it financially, and do something to change the situation. That's it. Me personally, I don't feel like there is a problem. Because if there was a problem like you say it was, then bills should have been passed a long time ago. But if you want to be the John Lewises, the Al Sharptons, the Jesse Jacksons, and if you want to keep all this narrative going about the black man being killed by the police and all this kind of stuff, race baiting situations, then go ahead. But no one seems to ask, what is the cause? Have you supported financially? Have you changed anything for the situation? And last but not least, what is the solution to the problem? No one seems to have an answer. And all you hear is, it takes time. It takes time. Over 52 years of it takes time? Sounds to me you need to do something different. So guys, I just wanted to talk about it. Bruce Arians is one of those old school white dudes who just tell it like it is. Everybody else, they moonwalk around it. They don't say anything. They just tote the line and say, oh, we hear you. We understand. Okay. And shooting of unarmed black men. We understand. And my man, Bruce Arians, just telling you straight up. Protesting doesn't do crap, in my opinion. I've been seeing it since 1968. And all he asked was, find a cause, support it financially, or do something to change the situation. And all of a sudden, everybody's in their feelings, and all Mr. Smith can say is someone being misinformed and pointing to two pictures of John Lewis. That's all I can get. And he doesn't answer these questions like he said, like Bruce Arians has stated. If there is a problem, what is the solution? Because I have yet to hear a solution to stop the so-called killing of unarmed black men by the police. No one talks about the killing of black on black crime, of black men killing of other black men. No one talks about that either. Unless you hear it in the rap music. Talk about, I'm a smoker nigga. I'm a killer nigga. I'm slinging rocks up the block. I got tattoos like Tupac. And I'm this and that. I represent the Bloods and the Crips and all that kind of stuff. But yet and still, no one has a solution to stop black on black crime, nor to stop so-called killing of unarmed black men by the police. And when someone of the old school vanguard who's not going to tip around it, he just going to tell you straight up, people are all in their feelings. Which tells me what? You ain't got no damn solution to this here problem. Quiet is kept and off the record. You just want that imaginary hug to be accepted by white people, and blaming white people for things that they themselves has nothing to do with it. So I applaud Mr. Bruce Arians for calling this situation out, because once again, I have yet to hear a cause, if they support it financially, or do something to change the situation. I have yet to hear any of that. So I'm going to end it on that note. You guys have a good one. And I couldn't help it. I wanted to talk about it. So there it goes. So once again, I'm getting sick and tired of it, man. I'm sick and tired of it. Come with a plan, and come with a solution to the problem. That's what men do if you won't change.